Well, thank you for having me.
No worries. Thank you for coming.
Yeah, for sure. Obviously, I met you through Give Us Pause. Wonderful organization.
They are.
Phenomenal organization. I try to do as much as I can for them.
I met Paul and Michelle about 3 years ago, and they've been helping me with my service dog. Actually, I go see them tomorrow.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, so.
Nice. I met them, about 4 years ago as well. I've tried to put together a number of fundraisers for them, which all of them have been successful. And it's crazy that, in my personal opinion, the support for veterans is going down. And I've done different types of fundraisers for veteran organizations. The last, 10 years I've been in Texas almost, and I noticed, Give Us Pause was probably the most successful. I was part of one that did one for Gold Star families as well. I've done one for the Richard A. Anderson Veterans Home down in South Houston. And, the difference between those three was the most successful ranked was Give Us Pause, Gold Star Families, and then Richard A. Anderson, which as a veteran, you would think the Richard A. Anderson would be on top. And the difference is people love dogs and people sincere towards families. And then the veteran is the last thing.
Yeah.
So, but Paul and, they have a really good thing going. It's a phenomenal organization, and I thank them for what they do.
It was interesting going from their old building where they did their training and seeing this new complex they have. Oh my God.
I haven't been to the new complex yet.
Oh, it's going to blow you away.
Yeah, so I had total knee replacement a few months ago, so I haven't been I haven't had time to go there, but you met us at our fundraiser a couple weeks ago. So we're going to be taking the donation check this next couple weeks to
that's
them.
Awesome.
Yeah, so looking forward to that. Help them out as much as we can.
And like I said, I mean, they're great people. They've helped me out. I got attached to them through the Bull. They did the Give Us Pause or an event for the charity and to get veterans in there. And so they accepted my first dog, which was Athena, a German Shepherd. She did great in training, smart as a whip, but she's kind of like me and doesn't like people.
Yeah.
And so they kind of made it a problem with public access. And then we have Aries now, and that's the one that was at the fundraiser with y'all. And he's doing great. Ace public access. Paul's been great taking his time and teaching me and helping him and everything. And I think right now he's learning to turn on lights.
Right on.
So it's interesting.
Yeah. Last year I was supposed to take Chant, my German Shepherd. He's an East DDR German Shepherd. A buddy of mine gave him to me. He, if I'm not mistaken, he breeds dogs for the military.
Okay.
And his Chance's parents are Navy SEAL dogs.
Oh wow!
So if I'll show you a picture of him. And Paul has been asking me all the time, when are we going to get started with Chance?
Yeah,
he's such a smart dog, and I'm looking forward to it.
I'll be interested. I mean, German Shepherds are just amazing animals.
Yeah. He did training with them. He did like basic obedience and stuff like that. And I got him registered privately for as a service dog, and but the full spectrum. With my busy schedule and stuff.
What do you mean registered privately as a service?
So my psychiatrist registered him, like submitted it to the federal whatever, and
there's no registration for service dogs, right?
Or got the letter, got the letter based off of my psychiatric reports and stuff like that.
I just want to make sure because a lot of people register their service dogs, and there's no actual registration in America for them. So I didn't want people to be like,
yeah, correct. But then if you want to travel on an airplane, you have to
the
show
international
a letter.
part. Okay.
Yes. So that's what I
different.
did.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
I didn't want people thinking, no, what the hell is he talking about? There ain't no registration. No, it's just the international one to be on a plane. Okay, cool. We're good.
Take them places and stuff like that. Yeah. All right. Well, this is an awesome setup you guys have. again, briefly what we spoke about, exchanging emails, and I think the talking points I put on is entrepreneurship and stuff like that. So I discharged in 2010 from the Navy.
Okay.
I did a couple tours to Iraq and had fun in the process. Built some amazing relationships. And when I was discharging, I didn't, my last tour to Iraq, I was in a unit called Navy Provisional Detainee Battalion 5.
Okay.
We were deployed in Camp Bucca, housed, Iraqi detainees. And actually, we were, it was an Army base.
Yeah. So
we were pretty much deployed with the Army, and Air Force was there. Everybody makes fun of the Air Force. The funny thing is, they're our QRF.
Oh, Jesus. At least you guys got good food out of it then.
Actually, it was probably the best food we had.
Air Force defects are the best. Army's pretty good when I deployed, but Air Force always takes it for some reason.
Yeah. When there's that whole thing, like if they serve you steak and lobster, that means something is about to happen.
That's your last meal.
But I Camp Bucca every Thursday was steak and lobster.
I think we had crab legs and lobster all the time, but I don't eat seafood, so I went with the hamburgers.
Oh, right on. We got the Army assigned us to what we call, they're labeled as the black detainees, which was the highest threat. And honestly, that deployment was probably the most psychological. My unit, we were in compound 16, and believe it or not, I was communicating with Mohammed al-Baghdadi every single day.
Shit.
Every single day for over a year. So not knowing that ISIS was created in front of our eyes. So during that deployment, my father unexpectedly passed away. So I, fly back, do the funeral, and being E4 single, you're not making a lot of money.
Making more money being single, though.
Yeah, I guess.
Might be cheaper.
I never experienced the extra booster of pay of being married, but
yeah, but you also never experienced your wife taking your re-enlistment check and blowing it while you're in Iraq.
True. But I was born and raised in Los Angeles, and this is in 2009, and my dad passed away, and a funeral cost me and my sister $32,000. So we both had to take personal loans out. $16,000 each to cover this, and then a couple of weeks later, I'm already back in Iraq, and I got a call or email. At that time, was Skype, email, whatever,
or Skype.
Yeah, and come to find out, he in the obituary, a State Farm agent reached out to my sister and said, "Hey, your dad bought a life insurance policy a couple of years ago."
Oh, nice.
So that it wasn't a lot of money. It was $100,000, which a lot of people think it's a lot of money. It's not.
To someone who's poor, it is.
Yeah, right. I was born. We were very low income growing up, but it helped us out. So when I got out, I was trying to figure out what to do. And in 2010, they were like doing that transition thing program going on, but it wasn't as strong as what it is today. No one told us about disability. No one told us about anything. So I got into the insurance business. Started my own agency out in Los Angeles for a few years, and then one of my buddies that was in one of my units, he lives in Tomball, and he was going through some stuff, so I came out and visited him in 2016, and hung out with him. But I was looking at Texas, everything was awesome. Like people were friendlier compared to Los Angeles.
I don't know about the driving, though.
Oh, LA is worse. Horrible.
It is bigger, though. You know what? Yeah.
No, LA is
the roadways type thing. Because
but it's
610 is a little bit manageable.
Yeah, my office is off of 59 and 610. Yeah, so trust me, I know that. But nothing is comparable to the 405 in LA. or the 110 or the 105. But
probably hence why it's in all the destruction movies. Everyone's so tired of it.
Yeah. So yeah, I went back home. I pretty messed up, but I gave my wife an ultimatum. I said, we're moving to Houston. And so sold the business. So we sold everything. And this was November of 16 when I came out. May of 17, I moved out here.
Oh, wow.
Worked for a State Farm agent, very well respected State Farm agent in Houston for about 3.5 years. I wanted to learn the state, wanted to learn everything before I started my own, and then got selected during COVID and launched my business, my agency during COVID, which was the prime time. Mm-hmm. Everybody was home. Everybody wanted to pick up the phones and talk to you.
That's the best time to start it.
Yeah, right. And I've been ever since then. I have done other business ventures, small stuff, and I try to help veterans as much as I can about entrepreneurship. Mm-hmm. The world is your oyster. You just have to set your mind to it.
Yeah.
And achieve. And if you have an idea, go for it. Listen to your gut feeling.
It's ironic because I had the same exact conversation yesterday. The guy for episode 13, Dustin Cook, saying exactly what you're saying. Entrepreneurship, if you have an idea, go for it. He doesn't, it's like if you want to make flowers out of pallets, woodwork it and stuff, be a blacksmith and stuff, do it.
Yeah, and in today's society, like I said, like I got into this business because of what happened to my dad and the life insurance aspect, right? Life insurance is a very big thing to me because it changed my life. Mm-hmm. And I try to change everybody else's life with it. It's probably the most hardest thing to sell. And if it was easy to sell, I wouldn't have a job.
Yeah.
But reason why it's not tangible, people like to spend the money on phones and cars and stuff like that. And so I try to help out everybody, protect their families and everything. And that I really get a satisfaction when I, help people out. Mm-hmm. That's a lot of people say insurance is a scam. It's not. It's there when you need it. I know there's a lot of misconception going around of how insurance companies, don't pay out on claims.
Well, I think a lot of it also is because me and you were talking about this before the show, is people don't read their policies in depth anymore. They just go, I have car insurance. The guy spouted off a lot of numbers to me and they sound really good. Let's go.
Yeah. Car insurance is very universal when it throughout other companies. When it comes to like stuff like homeowners insurance or, whatever it is, every insurance company writes their policies different. Mm-hmm. And it's not necessarily, that's why I love being an agent, because I can get personable with the customer. And I'm like, hey, this is what we offer. This is what we're going to cover. And I'm going to tell you, I work for I'm an independent agent in my opinion, the best insurance carrier. And I'm there to protect you. Now it's ultimately your choice. It's my job to tell you. If a chiropractor comes into my office, I'm not going to tell them how to crack a neck. Yeah. Right. And it's the vice versa. You're not going to tell me how insurance works because I'm the professional. Mm-hmm. And I'm going to lay everything out, and, especially on car insurance or motorcycle insurance, right? Motorcycle insurance is a big thing to me. Yeah. It's not the state requires your minimum liability of, the minimum requirements. It's not about that. It's that liability insurance protects you and your income and your assets. And if you don't have the right coverage, especially if, people that make good money, or not even that, even regular Joe Schmoes that, middle class, lower class, the higher liability is way more important to them than anything, because if you don't have the right coverage, they hire an aggressive attorney. They're going to, in the state of Texas, people don't realize that the courts could file a judgment against you, take away 50% of your income.
Oh, wow.
So imagine, okay, your insurance company paid out $30,000, but then there's a judgment for $100,000. Who covers that $70,000? You do personally. Mm-hmm. So that's where I come in and say, hey, you need this, this, and that. It's my personal opinion, because if something happens, yeah, you're looking for the cheap insurance, but it's more expensive on the back end.
Yeah. I think a lot of people, you know, especially like the low middle income and the lower income, is one of those, I just bought a cheap car just to get from point A to point B. Why do I need to pay $700 or whatever on insurance for this car? They don't think about the back end.
Correct. And it's, going more into it, right? Especially my biggest battle is with my fellow motorcyclists. Mm-hmm. And because it's an ego thing. And especially us Harley riders, we have this big ego, right? But it's, my motorcycle is not going to cause a lot of damage. It's not about that. It's the uninsured motorist part of it.
Yeah.
So when I tell people how much I pay for motorcycle insurance between my two bikes, they're like, that's insane. I was like, yeah, but I have over $1 million of, if something hits me with low insurance or no insurance, I have $1 million to back me up on my medical or whatever.
Well, I mean, it's almost like the standard with riding. When you ride a motorcycle, you're not worried about how you ride. You're worried about everybody around you.
Exactly.
Same thing with the insurance. You know, your vehicle's covered. But what about those that aren't covered or lowly covered or hit and run and stuff like that? I mean, and that's the back ends that people don't really consider everything about.
Exactly. I mean, me personally, I've been in 6 motorcycle wrecks.
I've had 2.
Yeah. My first one, funny story. My first motorcycle wreck was in 2019. It was out in Tomball. And it was my wife that actually rear-ended me.
Oh, Jesus.
Because she was distracted on her phone. So, yeah, it's
the very big irony behind all that.
Yeah, it was a funny situation. I mean, not for me at the moment, but
in hindsight.
Yeah, and I got rear-ended in February. I was on my way to Florida. I just meeting up my guys in Baytown. Took that Buc-ee's exit. Mm-hmm. And it was all mud and gravel because it was raining, and some guy couldn't hold his brakes and slammed into me, threw me like 70 yards, and he took off. He didn't run. So again, you're 100% correct. It's not you that you need to be worried about. It's everybody else.
The motorcycle wreck that caused me my military career, and this is where I gained a massive love for Harley riders, because I did street bikes. Don't ride anymore because nerves and everything. Mm-hmm. But when I wrecked, we're coming around this corner going to work, and the guy in front of me had to slam on his brake because it was a merge. Guy's hauling ass, and he slams on his brakes, and I'm hitting mine. I'm going, I'm going to either hit him or I'm going to have to lay my bike down. So I laid my bike down. My bike hit concrete, flipped me up and over, went flying. The first 3 people to help me were 2 motorcycle Harley guys who jumped a fence to get to me, and then a Black Hawk medic who popped my shoulder back in the socket.
Nice.
Of course, on the count of 2. Never on 3. They never do it on 3.
They want to catch you. They don't want you to prepare for that.
They don't want
3.
you to tense up. Yeah. I mean, I get it. He's still an asshole, but thank you.
Yeah, it's I love riding motorcycles. I never rode a motorcycle until I moved to Houston. Never ever got on one, but I was looking for. I don't have any family here. Came here by myself until my wife came about 8 months later. But looking for something that I wanted to get involved with veterans. Mm-hmm. Found at that time I found this other club, a veteran club that hang out. Started learning how to ride with them and stuff like that. So it developed into a sincere passion for it.
Once you start riding motorcycles, you either hate it or love it. And when I started, I was so fascinated. It's just a freeing and liberating experience.
Yeah. And it's, I hate riding inner city. Mm-hmm. It's the drivers. I can't, the first time I rode inner city is when I first moved to my office used to be in Katy, and then I moved it to, where like Lakewood Church is.
Yeah,
I'm right behind it.
Oh, okay.
And the first time I rode my bike out there and I left and I got smacked right off the 610 in Richmond area. So I try not to ride in city as much as anymore. I haven't rode since May. I had knee replacement in May. So, but when you're out in that free open country, nothing like it. I've sat on a crotch rocket before. My best friend has like a bunch of them, and it's so uncomfortable. I mean, I can't ride it because I can't bend my knee all the way back like that.
For me, Harleys is just the way you have to sit. I like sitting forward and being able to lean into it, but I mean, crotch rockets, some people love them, some people hate them. Same thing with Harleys and all that. So
I think it's just how you want to ride. I could be on over years you develop your skill and stuff like that, and now I could like put it on cruise control and I could just like lean back and go like this. But then one of the best advices I ever got was the second in your mind you think you mastered riding a motorcycle, get rid of it. Get rid of it because you can never master it.
Once you stop appreciating the motorcycle will bite.
Yes. Yeah.
And I've never been a fan of cruise control. I always feel like you have to have control of that bike at all times in a way. And because, motorcycles are one of the only vehicles that will go in a straight line.
Yes.
Cars and trucks and everything, they all either drift left or right. So, very dangerous.
It is. I mean, the bike doesn't want to go down.
No.
It doesn't want, but it's how you maneuver it. Right. Yeah, I won't go more than 5 miles on leaning back.
Yeah.
It's the psychological aspect of it.
But I won't lie. There were times where, I'm going at a good speed and just sit back, toss it in neutral and just be like.
Yeah. Yeah. And again, like that ride I did to North Carolina was phenomenal. Going through Tennessee, riding back, I dropped down through Georgia. Once I hit Mobile, Alabama on I-10, it was horrible.
Yeah, that stretch right there is just miserable, especially if you get caught in traffic on those bridges.
Yeah, especially when the construction signs work. Like, I'll hit the shoulder if I need to, but when you have those construction signs that doesn't give you a shoulder.
Yeah. I never was the one for driving on the shoulder or going in between the cars like you see a lot of people do.
Yeah, I don't like lane splitting.
I just see all sorts of danger in that.
But in California, lane splitting is legal.
So I think it's legal here too.
No, it's not.
Well, you sons of bitches. I keep seeing it all the time.
Yeah, they'll do it. I'll do it if I have to.
I've seen cops do it. But it's Houston cops.
Yeah. They do whatever they want.
Yeah.
All right. Motorcycles is my passion now. And it's funny because me and my wife made that comment to me before my surgery. She's like, well, now you're going to be laid up recovering and you're not going to be pointless for you to buy motorcycle parts. And then now I shifted into going back into firearms.
Oh, jeez.
I bought like 10 of them in the past couple of weeks.
Oh, wow.
And so my mind keeps on always racing. I like to spend money and smart, investment wise, right? Motorcycles are not an investment, by the way.
It's the luxury for that one, though.
Yeah.
What guns?
I just got a Glock 19X. I got a Citadel 45. I got a SIG MPX 9. I'm a big fan of handguns.
Okay.
I just ordered a 6.5 Creedmoor, and I'm gonna go pick up a 308 today.
Nice.
That I won in a raffle.
Oh, okay.
So I used to go hog hunting a lot. I haven't done it in a few years because it's been so busy with my agency and stuff. And looking at, I want to get my wife to come join me. She's a softie with animals. I'm like, but you don't know. I'll never take her deer hunting. But
I can't go hunting.
Yeah. Oh, why is that?
I'm the same way. I just can't kill animals. I'm
a very softie with animals,
yeah.
Too, but hogs are just so vicious. And, I had a customer a few years ago that actually, elderly lady.
Okay.
It was actually in spring that happened. That she was just gardening in the front of her house, and a pack of hogs ate her alive.
Oh shit.
So I mean, those things are vicious.
Well, at that point, yes. I mean, if it's your life versus their life, yes. But to me, that's like one of those last ditch effort type things. I'm not going to go out and hunt Bambi's mother and all this, but I don't dislike hunters as long as they're the proper hunters, the ones that will use everything to the best of their abilities rather than just wanting to shoot a deer to mount its head on their fucking wall.
I get that. Hogs, they eat up the crops. Mm-hmm. They affect farmers.
They destroy the power poles.
Yeah, there you go. I mean, they're when you look at, like, if you Google basic things like what's the point of mosquitoes? They have a purpose, but hogs that have zero purpose at all.
Bacon.
Yeah, but they're so gamey.
Oh yeah, true.
You have to ice and drain them for 5 days straight.
Oh wow!
Every single day, you have to drain it, re-ice,
to get that constantly cold.
Yeah, to get that gaminess out. I would constantly go at least probably like once every 3 months to feed my dogs. Yeah, my dogs are spoiled.
I about to say that might not be a bad idea. Just get you a hog and then use it as dog food.
Yeah, that's
probably the best food ever.
Yeah, that's what we did for a long time till I got busy. But yeah, we pamper our dogs. They don't eat just dry food.
I've tried making the our own home food before. Looked up all the different recipes and stuff to find out the best stuff. And I mean, we did it for a while, but we had 3 dogs, so it took that food down quick, and it takes about 4 to 8 hours in the crock pot to cook it all. And so you spend one day, you can make about 5 meals out of it for them.
Yeah.
And it's about $50, $60. So it's almost like about the price of like Blue Buffalo or something.
Yeah. It's expensive.
Yeah.
But, basically with me and my wife, we don't have kids. So they're our kids.
That's why you're buying motorcycles and guns. You had the money for it.
I mean, our dog cost us a lot of money, but yeah, it's that's another thing I wanted to touch base about. Like, I tried to tell veterans that were deployed, especially in areas with burn pits. Mm-hmm. Like the burn pit affected me and killed my chances of having kids. And
I've never considered that. I might need to go get checked.
Yeah. If you're not on the registry, go register.
I think I'm on the registry, but nothing's ever happened from it because I'm one of those people, like, I have my 100%. I don't want to go poke a bear. And plus, I really don't like the VA. I've had nothing but bad experiences.
Trust me, I'm dealing with it because of my knee surgery.
I had neck surgery, and I've had it twice now, and it's still, I know I need another one. I still don't want to do it. There's so much medical problems I have going on. It's just,
I was talking to the patient advocate rep yesterday because the surgeon, like, he didn't prescribe me physical therapy for 3 weeks after my surgery, where I'm supposed to go right after.
Yeah.
And now my PT was so backed up until VA PT was backed up until like September. So they gave a community care, got me.
I was about to say, couldn't they send you to community care?
Yeah, they gave me 15 visits, and the PT was like, we need more. And so I've been paying out of pocket since July. Like, I'm at like $1,200 out of pocket for PT.
I guess they won't reimburse you.
No, they won't, but I'm not going to stop. I have to.
Well, yeah, you need it.
Yeah. So yeah, I was talking to patient advocates. And I'm like, look, I'm honestly at the point where I could just get private health insurance. And she's like, I recommend that.
And that's the worst part.
Yeah.
Because I think I've talked about it before. I think a lot of it is because the VA's hiring civilians that have no clue how to deal with veterans and stuff to an extent. They're also backlogged and got a lot of people in there. But for me, it's one of those, someone else could use the doctor more than me. You got those older vets that have a lot worse problems. Yeah,
at the same time, people don't understand that the VA is a socialist program. We're at their mercy.
Yes.
And, especially like the disability factor. There's so many people that, in my personal opinion, that shouldn't be filing and it's backing up the system.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know if you got that email that the VA sends out. I saw it like a few weeks ago that now their backlog 70,000, where before, like a couple years ago, it was like in the 300s.
It's been bouncing up and down quite a bit, but I've also been seeing a lot more publications and news articles of fraud. Like, you got these people with hundreds of thousands of dollars that they owe the VA now, and years in jail. If you
think like, you know, ICE is looking for people, trust me, the federal government is looking at you at the same time. If you're trying to defraud them,
and you know, a lot of it, there are your mistakes, because there was with VA. You know, when my wife died, they were supposed to take her off as a dependent or one of the two. They never did for however many years. I'm horrible about checking my stuff because I'm like, I'm at 100%. What do I need to look at? I don't go to VA for appointments, so I don't need to look at my appointments. And then, lo and behold, they're like, hey, we've been paying you dependent pay for 7 years. Pay up.
Yeah.
And I'm like, but I sent in all the paperwork. My casualty assistance officer sent in the paperwork. Why is this my fault? And it went up to a judge, and the patient advocate who represented me didn't represent me. He just basically folded and didn't present any of the evidence. Like, no, this paperwork's been sent in. This is the time frame it was sent in. You guys had proper notification on more than one level.
Pretty much like a public defender that doesn't care.
One of those public defenders that's just there for the minutes and the hours, and it's just like, come on, dude, I could have done better.
Yeah. So I got a call from a Nashville number like 2 years ago, and I was like, that's weird. And I answered, and they're like, hey, is this Martin Melkonian? I was like, yeah. I'm like, who is this? They're like, oh, this is from the Personnel Records Department of the Navy, Department of Navy, that you submitted this thing for your DD-214. I'm like, I submitted that in 2011.
Oh, yeah.
They're like, oh, yeah, I'm like, it took you 14 years? They're like, yeah. I was like, oh, okay.
You want to see longer, request your medals from the National Archives. I requested the ones for my wife and have her name on them. I think that took me like, I don't even remember, because it came to a point where I forgot completely about it. Then I got an email saying we're working on it. And then years later, all of a sudden, these little black boxes show up at my house. I'm like, fuck. But it was years, dude. I forgot all about it.
Yeah, and it's because my medical records or my records or whatever, you know, that in 2009, it got lost. It got burned up in a convoy explosion, and they didn't have. They were just phasing into digital at the time, so it took me for me to write a letter to, I think it was Senator Ted Cruz, his office, and they, I don't like talking about politics a lot, but I was and I was appreciative that they pushed it through and helped me both on the disability aspect of it and updating my DD-214.
I don't care about politics too much either, but I mean, if you're going to sit here and say, you know, I had this big issue, I sent it to this guy, he hooked us up. I mean, by all means, I mean, if he did something good, he deserves the credit for
of course.
it. So.
Of course. Yeah, it's crazy how, you know, how veterans how we process things now. You know, I try to remember before I joined versus now. It's insane, like how our mind is racing nonstop. Even at 16 years since I've been discharged.
Oh yeah,
and it seems like it was yesterday, and I'm processing everything the same way.
I constantly think about it, going, man, if I would have stayed in or able to stay in, I could have retired by now.
Yeah, it would have been 20 years in June for me.
Oh, jeez.
And I wanted to stay in, but they didn't want me. And I'm a very firm believer that the military picks and chooses who's gonna stay in and who's not.
Oh yeah.
At the moment you sign. I went against, like, I've always been the type that I get what I want type of thing, even though it might come back and bite me in the ass. But when I joined the Navy in 2006, And I didn't, from the moment I went into MEPS, because I didn't realize at the time, that first signature you sign at MEPS doesn't mean anything. It's the second one.
Yeah.
So the first signature I signed, it was a mix of me joining of what happened on 9/11.
Mm-hmm.
And second part was I was getting in trouble a lot. And so I needed to get away. And I didn't know what I signed for. That detailer didn't tell me what I was going to do. And he's like, well, when do you want to leave? I'm like, I'd like to leave soon. So this was on a Monday. And he's like, okay, you're leaving on the 19th. I'm like, 19th of what? He's like, June. I'm like, of what year? He's like, 2006. I'm like, that's Friday. So I shipped out Friday.
Nice.
I didn't know what I was going to do. And when I got to school, something happened in boot camp where the drill instructor, we called them RDCs, made fun of me. I was like, what is this guy talking about? And I got shipped to Meridian, Mississippi after boot camp. And they're like, oh, you're gonna do the ship store laundry. I was like, what? I'm like, I didn't join the military for that. And I filed a grievance on it. So, but yeah, it's the military, like, it took me a long time because I was one of those that like, oh, you were a cook. Oh, you're this and that. And it took me a while to realize that, you know what? It doesn't matter what we join for. Good. It doesn't matter if you're a cook or you're a Navy SEAL or whatever. Because I reflect back to the USS Cole back in 2000, right?
Yeah.
There's people that worked the ship store that died from that attack.
It doesn't matter what job you do, you have the potential to die either way.
Yeah.
I do think that depending on the job you do determines how you view everything in the grand scheme. Because a fighter pilot is going to see the war a whole different than an infantryman, or he's going to see the war different from artillery. So, yeah. And I've said it before, no job is more important or less important than the next one.
Yeah.
Because you need a cook, you need supplies, you need an armor as much as we hate them. You got to have S2, S3 and all this. So, no, every job is completely as important as the next one. Yeah.
And we could make, one of the people that I couldn't stand is when you get to Kuwait. I don't know if you deployed to Iraq.
I did.
Okay. So, when you leave Iraq and you get to Kuwait, you're going back home and you have to turn in your weapon to the armory, and they there's a little bit of sand. You have to take it back.
Yep.
I couldn't stand those people.
And then you sit there for hours just scrubbing it. And he just basically, nope, there's one more piece of sand. Yeah. So you just sit there and just douse it with oil. Like, you'll never know.
I saw one guy go into the shower and just dump a bunch of agents. He got so annoyed. But yeah, and I'm a big going back, big advocate on the burn pits thing. I got affected by it, but one of my guys, Petty Officer Anthony Thornton, he was actually the poster child of this burn pits thing. He died in 2015 from brain cancer.
Oh shit.
And I think what's that guy's name? He's a big advocate for the burn pits. Jon Stewart. He goes to Congress.
The talk show guy.
Yeah,
I think so.
Yeah, he put up Thornton's picture at the hearing.
Oh wow!
Like he was like the first official poster child case of this whole burn pit thing.
And it's insane to think that we got people back from Vietnam that had to deal with burn pits and stuff. Burning their own shit and piss, and then us having to burn shit, everything. Piss, and everything. Which that was ridiculous because I went out there in 04 to 05. So we were burning literally everything. Yeah. Boxes, papers, ordnance.
Yeah, and I think they started realizing it, but it was already too late.
Oh yeah. Thousands were already screwed.
Yeah, and then you had the locals that didn't give two craps.
Because even today, if my neighbors are burning trash, because we're in an area where we don't have enough acres you can burn, but they still do. And it bugs the hell out of me because you can just feel it instantly as soon as you smell that trash. If it's not wood that you're burning, it kills.
Yeah. The bottles of chemicals and stuff. Yeah. It was insane.
Plastic.
Yeah. And our sleeping quarters was not
Right
that
up the road.
far away from it.
And usually downwind of it. Yeah.
Yeah, and then you would have a sandstorm that push it in. Sometimes I miss it, sometimes I don't.
And I think I've heard that a lot. And I think we miss the camaraderie. We miss the knowing what we have to do. Because, in civilian world, no one tells you how to do it. In the military, you've been trained for however many years to get up, go do PT. After PT, you go to work. This is what you do at work. After work, you have your free time after you eat, go to bed, do it all over again. Maybe a couple little changes, but we knew exactly what we had to do, when we had to do it, and everything. And we can also trust the people next to us to do their job properly.
Yeah, and and that's what I'll have a bunch of conversations with different vets and about it. It's like we made that decision of joining. It wasn't a draft.
Oh yeah.
So we were at the mercy of what I have my opinions on the Iraq War, but that's just my opinion. At the end of the day, we voluntarily joined, and we're told what to do at the end of the day.
I mean, if you joined any time from September 12th on, you knew there's a high probability of being deployed, and you knew you were at the mercy of the government.
Yeah. And it doesn't matter what administration it is. You have to listen to them at the end of the day.
I mean, you can hate the president all you want, but you're still going to listen and do it. Or you can get your UCMJ and get your Article 13s and 15s and shit and get the fuck out.
Yeah. I mean, I'm appreciative of seeing like the military members that got discharged because not getting the vaccinations, and now they're getting back paid and re-enlisted.
Oh, that's a good bonus.
That was a good thing for them. But again, at that time, it's either you're going to do it or you don't.
And I found it ironic because I remember joining because we stood in the cattle lines and just get jabbed by those needles. Next, jab. Next, ass cheek, peanut butter, jabbed.
I mean, that's what I tell everybody about the COVID vaccination. It's like there was a pandemic and they were trying to figure out something.
Yeah.
And I relate it to boot camp. That first day, you walk, boom, boom, boom. You don't know what you're getting stuck with.
I don't even know half the crap I got stuck with.
Yeah.
So I'm just going to trust this stranger to shove a needle in your ass cheek and then it's going to hurt for 3 days.
Yep. Yeah. It's everything like comes back to me.
No, it's amazing how fast basic training was, though.
Yeah.
Going in, because Army's 9 weeks, if you include the week prior, the introduction, all the bullshit slideshow crap, and it goes by so damn fast, and it almost makes you wish it was a little bit longer to get that more training and that more specialized training. Because I think we did 3 days on the range for weapons qualification. We did maybe 2 weeks of obstacle courses, but I think it was like the first 3 to 4 weeks was just being broken and doing classes and all the boring crap. But the in processing, just getting your uniforms and crap, it just blows your mind how fast it is and how much shit you're getting. Oh, CIF was the other ones, like the armory.
Yeah. Navy boot camp was different, probably a lot different than Army and the Marines. And I never really spoke to anybody about Air Force boot camp or Coast Guard, actually. You don't meet a lot of Coast Guard people.
No, that's the only branch so far I'm missing on here is Coast Guard. I've had Marine, Army, Air Force, Navy, Gold Star spouse, first responders. I'm missing a cop and I'm missing Coast Guard.
I could hook you up with one of my best friends is a Coast Guard.
That'd be awesome.
Yeah, I'll link you up with them. But that's the other thing is like I've never seen a Coast Guard recruiting office.
I know. Well, would they? I would think they'd be more towards the coast, but then
no,
you can get them anywhere.
He told me one time it's actually you would have to go to some federal building because now the Coast Guard is Department of something like Defense or
right now we're Department of War, but
not Department of Defense or War. It's the same thing as like Border Patrol. And,
Okay.
Yeah. Before they were part of Department of Defense, and then I think post 2011 they shifted.
Oh, okay.
But yeah, it's our boot camp was. I remember that first day I hadn't slept in like 2 days, I think, and I remember I was hallucinating, waiting for the drill instructors to come out.
Best time to do it.
Yeah, I literally legitimately started hallucinating, thinking my sister was with me.
Oh wow.
And I actually got held back a week for anger management. It's in my culture, you know, saying "son of a bitch" is a very sensitive thing.
Okay,
you're literally calling my mom a bitch, right?
Okay,
and my drill instructor kept on repeating it to me, and I ended up tackling him to the floor. And
you're that guy we can't talk about.
Yeah, and so I mean, I gave him warnings, and I guess the commander of the Great Lakes. So just send them to anger management.
Well, I mean, at least they gave you a chance. Though.
Yeah.
I think most booties would get kicked out by that.
Yeah. It's not like I was trying to find a way to get out.
Yeah.
You know, there's people exchanging medications just to get discharged.
Oh, we've had so many different ones trying to get out just because of stupid ass reasons.
Yeah. Or they'll like if. At that time, there was the don't tell, don't ask, don't tell. Yep. But then if they find out that you did something, they'll kick you out. But yeah.
Some people just, I mean, they want to get in and then they have no clue what it's like. Because, I mean, I grew up military. My father was Air Force. My uncle was Army. My half-brother went Air Force. There's a lot of military in my family. And so it's kind of like, I'm kind of used to this. The drill sergeant's not going to yell at me any louder or harsher than my father did when growing up. So going in, it was kind of a joke to me in a way, but the physicality aspect of it, because I was 135 pounds soaking wet when I joined. And then on top of carrying all the other crap, running 5 miles, hiking 14 or whatever, that killed me on the physicality part.
Yeah, it's crazy how like they would. How old were you when you joined? 18?
Right out of high school, yeah.
I was 19 when I joined, but again, our minds were still not developed.
Oh no!
Yet. But then they're giving us all this stuff
and giving us access to firearms.
Yeah, right. Yeah.
I can't. I mean, there was at least 3 people during our basic training that flagged a drill sergeant with the rifle, and I think one person fucked up on the grenade throw.
When I came home on R&R, I remember me and my wife at that time were dating. I think we were engaged, but she's like, let's go to a gun range. And bless her heart, I remember we were in an indoor gun range, and I showed her how to use the gun. And as soon as she's ready to hit the firing line, she flagged everybody. Everybody dropped. It was funny, but again, it's when we're at that, you know, that young age, and people don't realize like we're dealing with life and death situations on an everyday basis.
I mean, it's not even in wartime. I mean, you got just normal garrison aspects that can cause your demise. You got range days. You got vehicle training aspects. I mean, there's so many ways you can die within the military, not even just combat related.
Yeah. Or dude, like even we went to that deployment that we did with the Army in 2008-9. We did our training in Fort Dix, New Jersey. Mm-hmm. Shithole of shitholes.
I mean, it is in New Jersey.
But some one of they had like these makeshift compounds.
Okay,
prepping us to is almost similar to what it was in Camp Bucca. But I remember one of like the actors that they were training us. He was like a Middle Eastern dude, and he got bit by a rattlesnake.
Oh, shit.
And I think he had a heart attack and died.
I didn't know they had rattlesnake in Jersey.
Or whatever whatever venomous snakes it was.
Yeah, I was like,
it's the places they throw us in. You never know what's going to happen.
Well, hell, I went to PLDC in Fort Hood, or not Fort Hood, El Paso, Fort Bliss. And we were one of the last ones to go through the 4-week course before they switched it down to a 2-week course. And I got bit by a brown recluse while sleeping and had to go in. My thumb was all jacked up and everything. So insane.
Yeah, I remember I woke up one day, it was in Iraq, to a camel spider on my chest.
Camel spiders, scorpions.
Dude, they had to call medics because I was hyperventilating so much. Dude.
It's almost like watching Aliens movie, those face huggers, man. Those things are fucking scary.
People joke, they're like, oh, it's just a spider. No, those things run as fast as like a freaking cheetah. Like,
well, and I've told this one story before. Like, when I was deployed, we would see people trying to go places, and you got the camel spider following them because they're following the shadow.
Yeah.
But not realizing the ground's still hot no matter what. But it looks like they're chasing them, and then you see the guy start running, and the camel spider start running. You're just like, oh, this is great to watch.
Have you ever? I'm sure you've experienced being in a porta potty at night with them underneath you, like. No.
Makes you hurry up and get the hell out. Yeah. It's like, do I go in the porta potty when it's 130 degrees in the sweltering afternoon, or do I wait tonight until the things from Pitch Black show up and kill me? How am I going to die today? Heat exhaustion or camel spider?
Yeah. That's what I hate whenever I go back to, like I was in Vegas and back in May for a convention, and it was like 105 at that time, or 100, whatever. It was really hot, and one of the local agents of it's a desert heat. I remember desert heat. It shit sucks.
Yeah.
I'm like, I'll take the humidity over this.
The one thing I never imagined was it's snowing in Iraq.
Oh,
that's
my God.
That's one of those things I never thought I would say.
Yeah, that cold was horrible.
Especially if you're in tower duty or some shit.
Yes, horrible. It was like literally bone breaking cold.
It would just go right through you. I mean, because we had your long johns and your uniform, and then you had your Gore-Texes, and still not enough.
Yeah, especially being when we would transport in the what was those open trucks?
You got the 5 tons, deuce and a half.
The deuce and a half. Okay. When it's open in the back, but they're taking us like in that. What is it? 5-10 degrees. It was at once.
Well, and people also probably don't realize that these vehicles do not have heat. They don't have air conditioning. You're in the thick of it. Your temperature inside is about the same as the outside.
I think the MCATs now are ventilated.
I meant during my time.
Yeah.
During our time, it's like, what's AC? Roll the window down.
Yeah, right. And now you're at a risk of...
Now you're going to get that shot.
Yeah.
Well, because we went into Kuwait and then drove to Baghdad.
Yeah.
So we're sitting there, I'm the driver and my hand's on the wheel, and I got my M16 just sitting here the whole time. So it's just one of those... It's an awkward way of thinking that you're driving down a road at any time. Some jackass could take a shot at you. Yeah.
My first time going to Iraq, the unit was already deployed. And I flew, this was after my training, A school and whatever. I took a flight from LA to Dubai.
Okay.
And it was with Emirates Air. And that was the time they respected military, and they put me in first business class.
Oh, you got lucky.
Yeah, only time I've ever slept on a plane. Other than that, I've never.
I've been given medicine to sleep on planes because I don't do planes.
Yeah.
But I mean, flying in those C-130s, when we flew in, those things are insane.
Yeah.
Loud.
Uncomfortable.
Oh, God.
I personally hated. It was a love-hate, actually, with Chinooks.
I hated trying to get on the Chinook.
Because of the rear exhaust.
Because the rear exhaust, the downward force, and when I went on, we were basically, exfilling out of Iraq, and so you got your duffel bag, you got your rucksack, and you're so back heavy, you get one good wind, and I think we had at least 5 people just fall backwards because they just got blown over.
Yeah, it was a love-hate with Chinooks. SH-60 Bravos, I've been on them before, and I always wanted to, one of the jobs that I actually wanted to do in the Navy, I thought that was pretty cool. It was the first time I saw it on an aircraft carrier, is the people that would guide the planes and launch them.
You watch too much Top Gun.
Yeah, I've actually experienced it in real life.
Oh, nice.
But it turns out that they're officers.
Okay.
Yeah.
I would think the aircraft carrier would have a lot of officers mainly on deck, but
Yeah,
I don't really know too much about the Navy.
it's aircraft carriers, amphibious ships. It's a city of their own. I think there's like 5,000 personnel on an aircraft carrier, about 2,000 on amphibious. But it's crazy how, again, it's a city of its own. It has, multiple galleys.
Well, and that's kind of like how Post is, when you're back in Garrison. I mean, it's its own city. You have your own food, your own shopping centers. You don't have to leave base if you don't want to.
Yeah.
But then it's kind of boring.
Yeah. And, dude, you get so bored during deployment, and you would think you would try to save money, but then you blow it at the
on the stupidest things,
and stuff. Yeah. I do miss, what was the coffee place called? Green Bean?
I think so.
Yeah, I miss Green Bean.
Mm-hmm. We were deployed, and this was the time where people were trying to get Starbucks to donate. And I think at that time, Starbucks was like, we don't support what y'all do.
They still don't. It's a few years ago, I was with one of my guys in San Antonio, and he's active duty Air Force, I think. No, he just went into Air Force to what's that space thing?
Space Force.
Space Force, yeah.
Where are their recruiting offices too? That's what I'm curious.
I think it's joint with the Air Force.
It might. Okay, yeah, it makes sense. Kind of almost like how they did with astronauts and stuff.
Yeah, we were at Starbucks, and one of the baristas tossed a drink at him, like, you should be ashamed of yourself. So ever since, this was like back in like 2019 or 20.
Oh, wow.
Ever since then, I boycotted it.
That's why we do Iron Soldiers Coffee Company.
Right on. Something I've been experimenting is coffee.
Yeah. With this company, it's good coffee, and he actually has a special blend he was telling me about, because burn pits and everything, stomach issues, and you can only have so much acidic coffee, and he has one that is supposed to not be as harsh on the stomach whenever you've had like a lot of gastrointestinal issues or burn pits and shit. And he sent it to me, and it's pretty good. The Jeep blend is really good too. He's got dark roast, medium roast, and it's one of those where it's not like Folgers or some of these other major companies where it sits on a Walmart shelf for months. He ships it straight from the roaster.
Oh,
so
right
it's
on.
fresh as can be.
Nice. I'll have to definitely try it.
Oh, yeah. I mean, it's good coffee. So your current motorcycle group, your current buddies.
Yeah, so I'm in Booze Fighters Motorcycle Club. Booze Fighters was founded in 1946 by a bunch of returning World War II veterans.
Mm-hmm.
And not everybody is veterans, but I would say probably like 3 out of 5 I would have to take a guess. I'm in part of the West Houston chapter. And one day we were like, hey, let's, think about a fundraiser party to put together, and I, through my suggestion of Give Us Pause, and everybody loved the concept of Give Us Pause, and we started planning, I would say back in April.
Oh, nice.
Of this year, and we're like, hey, August 1st, let's throw this pool party fundraiser / at the Heights Hotel. Mm-hmm. Heights House Hotel, great place, and it turned out really well. Better than what we expected. It was a good turnout. We had a lot of fun, and my buddy Jack Jr., the comedian, was there.
Yeah,
I thought that was pretty funny because he was scared. He's like, "Oh my god!" Like,
I'd be scared after some of those jokes too.
It was hilarious. He was seeing him nervous, but I thank him for coming out and getting people to come out there, and it was a good turnout. Like, you were there.
It was fun. I didn't get to mingle a lot because Aries was a little nervous and he was stuck to my kneecap. But getting to see a lot of bikers just get together and just relax and have fun, and going to the hotel, they were pet friendly. Yeah. And I didn't realize that their pool, you can have your dogs in there and stuff. Apparently,
that place really accommodated us. They're known for throwing a lot of motorcycle clubs use their facility for parties.
I can see why. It had a nice open area.
Yeah, open area, covered area, a lot of fans, like circulation, and you have the pool.
And wasn't that their stage, or?
Yeah, that was their
See,
stage.
I mean, they're set up for a lot of it.
Yeah, so we got a lot of good feedback from everybody, and we're going to continue making this an annual thing.
Yeah.
Right.
That'd be awesome.
Yeah, so stay tuned for next year.
Definitely. I mean, I say by this time by that time next year, we should have a pretty good amount of people behind us, and would love to go and attend and help.
Yeah, definitely. And it's getting the word out there, right? A lot of people, we were talking about it outside. A lot of people don't realize how many organizations that really contribute. Like, the Houston Dynamo soccer team. If you go on their site and you submit like, hey, we're doing this, can you help us out with anything? They typically they'll donate like a package of tickets.
Oh yeah. The Rockets, every sports team here, the Rockets, the Astros, the Texans, they're all on the website, and it's all through Donation Exchange is where you can check it out. But they all will donate. Now, most of them won't donate cash. Most of them won't donate merchandise. They'll donate tickets, like you said. I think NBA, the Rockets are the only ones that donate merchandise, maybe signed memorabilia or something. Buc-ee's, they donate. Target donates. We just got a donation from Quick Trip. And they're hooking us up with some gas cars to help people get here. There's all sorts of...
Costco. So Costco has a donation budget, right? And it's not the whole company in general. It's each location.
Yeah, the franchise.
Yeah, I don't know if they're franchise.
The individual locations.
Yes, yeah. So if you go to it in the beginning of the year and say, hey, I'm doing this fundraiser, or I'm trying to raise funds for this nonprofit or something, and they'll call you and be like, hey, your check is ready. So depending on how much funds is available.
And usually with them, all you have to do is, I know Costco and Target, you can print off a form on their website or whatnot, and all you got to do is take that in along with your 501c3 determination letter, and sometimes they do it on the spot. Many restaurants will donate, whether it's food, money, or even sometimes maybe a catering service. And so there are a lot. Yeah.
So one of the other organizations that I frequently try to help out is the George Hotel in downtown. It was an old hotel that the VA purchased, and they house homeless and severely disabled veterans over there. And I try every Christmas, or right before Christmas, I do like a luncheon for them.
Oh, that's awesome.
And one of the restaurants, Harlem Road Barbecue in Richmond, they help me serve like phenomenal plates for them. But yeah, that's, and if I tell people all the time, if you have like furniture, clothes, whatever, and you're looking at donating, take it to the George. They'll accept it. Those people need as much help as you as possibly needed.
Like don't go to like Goodwill and stuff. I mean, if you're going to donate your stuff, take the time to really find a good cause to donate it to.
Yeah.
Because I guarantee you, them down there, they will appreciate it. They will take care of it. You give it to Goodwill, they're going to make a profit.
Oh, yeah, of course.
So,
yeah. And sitting down and talking to those, I think the last World War II veteran just passed away not long ago, but he was a bomber pilot.
Son of a bitch.
He was a phenomenal person to talk to. But there's like Vietnam vets, Korean War veterans. Like a bunch of them are still in there. You have Iraqi and Afghanistan Enduring Freedom veterans over there too.
Yeah,
but they are so appreciative, and a lot of them are battling sickness and PTSD and stuff like that.
See, that hurts me because World War II, we're losing them, and that generation's gone, and so are their stories.
Yeah, I mean, now we're shifting into the Vietnam veterans.
Vietnam and Korea.
Yeah.
And not too long.
Not too long. It's going to be us. Yeah.
Damn.
Yeah.
But yeah, and that's my biggest thing and that's my driving force is to get these stories before we do lose those generations, because once you lose it, it's gone.
Yeah.
We'll never get it back.
Yeah, and then hearing their firsthand stories,
Mhm.
it's crazy. One of the, what is your? I like to call it your comfort thing. Like for me, like I told you, I ride motorcycles and firearms, but ultimately, it's comedy shows.
Okay.
Do you have something like?
As far as like video or audio, I listen to a lot of music for my comfort. But history and stuff like that, First Amendment auditing videos. Honestly, I listen to a lot of body cam videos.
Okay.
Because I have to have background noise no matter what. And usually when I'm working, I can't sit here and watch something like a new movie or TV series, because I've watched Game of Thrones at least 9 times. I still am finding new shit that I've missed because I'm not paying attention to it fully. So I listen to a lot of things that you don't have to watch, but it still breaks up the glorious military grade tinnitus we most have.
Yeah, like I love comedy.
Mhm.
Watching comedy shows, I constantly watch it on TikTok. Is because the actual good comedians are the ones that are unfiltered, that they don't give two craps of what the society has to say about their joke.
Oh yeah,
and a mass majority of them are very appreciative of the military. And
Christopher Titus was one of my favorites. When we got back from Iraq, he did a show in Germany for us.
Right. Okay. Ralphie May did one for us in Iraq. Man, God rest his soul. He's such a good person, very good person. I've been going to a lot of shows in the past couple of years. My friend Jack that you met, he's hilarious. He's very unfiltered.
Yeah.
I'm going to one couple of weeks, Alfred Robles. And again, it's a way for,
it's an outlet.
Yeah. You don't have to be so secured and afraid to what to say in today's society.
Yeah.
It's like an open outlet over there.
I think for me, I don't do a lot of comedy, but it also depends on my mood. I have to be in the mood for something comedic, and like watching a stand-up comedian or not, because I've seen so many that it's just like you really want to get behind their jokes and stuff, but it's not that great.
I figured out, like, my therapist told me, like, it seems like laughter is
the best medicine.
It's the best medicine. And so I lean towards it, and I constantly watch.
Well, because it makes you happy. It releases serotonin. I mean, it's just, you can't really be in a pissed off mood and laugh. So
yeah, correct. And I get a kick out of the ones that get offended during the show.
Well, there's another guy. I see him on TikTok all the time. I can't remember him, but he is really unfiltered, and he got real big.
The Hispanic guy?
No, it's like some skinny white dude. Oh shit, I can't think of him.
Glasses?
No, I don't think so. Blondish hair or something. It's gonna kick me in the ass.
Matt Matthews?
Maybe. I think Matt something. Yeah, maybe.
Yeah, Matt Matthews is hilarious.
But yeah, I mean, you got those ones, and then the other one that keeps popping up in mine is these 2 disabled.
Oh yeah. They came. The Kill Tony. Kill Tony is hilarious too. But yeah, I went and saw the disabled ones. In Dallas.
Oh
yeah, one of them. I forgot what is the opener's name, or the guy that has obviously a bad retardation. And the next guy is like, man, I feel bad for his dog because he was dragging that dog on stage.
Have you seen the one about the guy who's basically confined to his bed and they're going out through the stores and he can only type kind of like Stephen Hawkins on the computer? And he'll be going through the store with his family and he goes, my mom keeps drugging me.
Oh no! I have to
Please quit kidnapping. My mother drugs me helping, and she's being like, "Stop." It's okay.
That's
always great.
If y'all want to find causes to help, I mean, there's so many of them in the Houston area, and I encourage everybody again because our support for vets is going down, and I think we do it on an individual basis to keep it alive.
I mean, I think that's a lot with many of the other organizations, because I mean, there are so many different causes. Like, you got causes for animals, children, hungry, poor, homeless, and so many causes. And I don't want to sit here and be like, donate only to veterans, fuck the hungry kids. No, it's choose where you want to give wisely, and also take a lot of consideration. I know that most of the veterans are going to look at a veteran place to donate prior to looking at a civilian place. And I honestly think a lot of civilians are going to look at civilian type stuff, especially depending on like if they have a love for animals or they have children. You already kind of see where they're going to be donating. So there's a lot of organizations, but it's an uphill battle for many of them, especially the small ones.
Yeah. One of my friends, Mario, he's in a motorcycle club called Firma MC, and they're all about cancer.
Yeah.
And they help out cancer people with cancer every weekend, it seems like. And again, find your niche.
Which is funny because you always hear about these motorcycle clubs and everyone gets their Sons of Anarchy thoughts and shit. But I found out that motorcycle clubs do some of the most amazing nonprofit work ever.
Yeah.
And, we keep telling our kids, if you ever need somebody, don't go to a stranger. Find someone with their jacket. Find someone with their cuts. Go to them. Because no motorcyclist is going to tell a 16-year-old go to hell when she's being chased by two guys.
Of course, yeah.
Motorcyclists will defend almost anybody.
At the end of the day, we're people too. Regardless of how society might label us.
Yeah.
We're people too. We have different mindsets. And there's different types of clubs with different purposes. But each club, I would say, has a purpose for something. And we enjoy what we do, and help out society, because at the end of the day, the motorcycle club life, in my opinion, is an extracurricular activity for us. I always go by the job, family, club rule. But if I could, I do how much I can with my agency. I give back from my agency, and then knowing that I could give back in the motorcycle club I'm in is awesome too.
And it's amazing. It sounds like you got like an extremely big heart, and you love helping a lot of people.
Yeah, that's how I was raised. And I literally enjoy, I get a passion from helping people. My mom taught me so much growing up, but she always said like, one of the best multiple advice she gave me growing up, it was like, always fill your table like you're rich.
Yeah.
And don't let anybody else think otherwise. And in that aspect is, if I could fill up someone's table to the last dollar that I have, I will.
Yeah.
And I wish everybody would, get out of this hatred that we have amongst each other.
Well, like I remember growing up, it was like my birthday. My mom was taking me to, it's in Oklahoma, Celebration Station, basically a little putt-putt go-kart thing. And we see this guy underneath the bridge on the side of the road panhandling. And I was like, I want to give him my money to go to Celebration Station. And she's like, are you sure? I was like, yeah, because he needs the money. I'm going to someplace to play mini golf, and he needs to eat. And so, I mean, I don't remember exactly how it ended, but I mean, that was one of my first interactions of, really wanting to help somebody else out. And even as a kid going, I don't want this money. I don't need this money. Let's help somebody else out. And there is a big satisfaction to it.
Yeah. And, it's also, I'm blessed to say that I've been through trials and tribulations my whole life. And now I get to live a life that I didn't have my first probably like 25, 30 years. But it's not being selfish at the same time. Helping out people, not only whether if it's monetary or like donating clothes or whatever, but it's also educating people on what you know.
Yeah.
And trust me, I had to fall on my knees a few times to get back up and learn from my mistakes. And I get such a big satisfaction of seeing people grow and achieve.
Seeing them succeed going, 100%. You were only this small back then, but look how far you came because you never stopped.
Yeah. It's, again, I never, growing up, we didn't have a lot of money at all. Single mom, you know, and she worked 2 jobs, and I appreciated what she did for me. And, but she, you know, I was never jealous of my friends parents that they were wealthy. I just grew up like, you know what? If you want something, go get it. If someone wants to be a millionaire or a billionaire, they could do it.
There's a potential and possibility to do it.
Yeah, the sky's the limit in this world. Whether if you want to do it ethically or not.
That's the other part. I've always found it funny that criminals can make a lot more money really quick, but if you do it honestly, it's not. But I prefer my freedom. I don't look good in jail, so
yeah. Jail's not a fun place, but people have, you know, made success coming out of jail too.
Oh yeah. There was this one YouTuber. He used to be like a bank robber.
Oh yeah.
And now he has his own channel. It's huge.
Yeah.
I mean, there's a couple that they've gone to jail and they come out really better on the other side, which is hopeful.
Yeah. What was that show? The Messed Up Family in Chicago. Main character's name was Frank.
Are you talking about Breaking Bad?
No, not Breaking Bad. It's like a bunch of family from the south side of Chicago, white family. They had one black brother, little brother.
Oh, I couldn't tell you right off.
Trying to remember the name of it, but one of the kids was going to juvie, and he openly admitted that he's not apologizing for what he did. And so they sent him to juvie. They're like, "What are you doing?" He's like, "You can't learn this in the streets. I'm going to learn it in juvie." I thought it was pretty funny.
I mean, it makes sense. I mean, you have a lot of different knowledge because you got your book smarts, your street smarts, and then you got your prison smarts.
Yeah. And then now we society actually, it's crazy, like looks up to people like the dude from like Wolf of Wall Street. Mm-hmm. You know, he's like a public speaker now.
Yeah. I mean, there's so many other ones. I can get the fraction of the subject of what happened, but I can't remember exactly. But there are a lot of really good stories like that. I know there's been some that have done some hard time, but
yeah, like one of the Italian mafia guys, he's huge now. He, you know, took what he learned from growing up in the Italian mobster thing in New York to federal prison. He turned his life around, and he's educating people like do it the right way.
I've noticed that a lot of people that get out of jail go into public speaking and stuff because, I mean, it's hard to get a normal 9-to-5 job with a felony or something, but a lot of them go into public speaking to try to dissuade others from following their footsteps, even though now that they're successful, but look at the road they had to walk to get there.
Yeah, and I'm pretty sure in the jail systems they have people that come and tell them, teach them like about entrepreneurship, what you could do, this and that, and hopefully the ones that actually listen, you know, make something out of it.
It's just like us in the military and stuff. You got all those people coming up presenting all this crap and going, this is so fucking boring. But it's something you need later on in life. And
yeah, I wish it was more detailed though, like the TSP. Mm-hmm. I wish that people like, invest X amount of percentage of your paycheck you're going to make a lot when you get out. And then the 2006-07 market crash happened and I lost everything because no one told me what section to put it in.
Yeah.
They just told me to
just toss it somewhere.
Yeah. But yeah, I'm good. Society is I feel like it's getting backwards now.
Yeah.
Like that one movie, Idiocracy. I feel like we're living it.
I mean, and you got to remember that we were the last generation to not really grow up on pure electronics.
Yeah.
You got kids nowadays that all they know is from year one is electronics, the internet, everything. And it's insane because we were talking about it, me and my son, and he was sitting here saying that he didn't like the hotel that the fundraiser was at because that must have been like what you guys had to deal with growing up with only 3 channels, having to flip it. I was like, well, dude, there's a TV guide, on the channels. I didn't see it. It tells you what's coming up. I know, but I switched the channel and I came back and it wasn't playing the same thing. Oh, good Lord, child.
Yeah, the whole thinking outside the box thing is like going down the drain.
It's like you can't have critical thinking anymore.
Yeah, I mean now AI is so there's in the insurance industry, right? A lot of insurance companies are taking away the good student discount for youthful drivers because they ran a statistic that before AI and then after AI, like to qualify at that time, qualifying for good student discount, you had to have a 3.0 GPA or higher. It shot up like 900%.
Whoops.
So now insurance companies figured out that, well, yeah, we're losing money with this, that if it's, people are using AI to get good grades.
Well, I remember there was an article at one point where the professor at a college or something was getting onto the students for using AI, but he couldn't prove it. And so he was trying to give these kids failing grades when, I mean, he knows it's being done, but he doesn't have the evidence to prove it. So,
yeah, it's. I was watching a TikTok the other day about people that work from home, and then their boss would ask them like a project manager or something like, "What do you think of this?" And he'll have another AI screen like pull up right now, and he's just reading off of that. He's like, "Oh, good job, Larry."
Well, I mean, if you can use the technology in a nice, in an appropriate way, I mean, it's good to use it, but not good to be dependent on it.
Yes.
And I'll admit it, I've learned a lot through AI and how to do things through AI that would have taken hours, days, or even weeks to research all on my own. Now, does it take away the remembrance of stuff? Yeah, because now I can just skim through it real quick and see what I need to know and what I don't need to know. But I mean, look at the technology from when we grew up to now, though. And then I imagine what it's going to be like when my kid is my age.
Do you ever believe that the government is like 30, 40 years ahead of us on technology? I mean, just based off of the military experience of what we had back in the 2000s.
Well, look at the internet. The internet was evolved and created before consumer release.
Oh, yeah. But then you also look at how big of a 2 gigabyte hard drive was in the 60s.
Well, but that's because memory and everything wasn't being able. I mean, look how big the original computer was.
Yeah.
The original computer would fill this fucking room.
Yeah.
Then you got the TVs. Look how small those became. Cell phones. Mm-hmm. We watched cell phones invented, reinvented, went to pagers, and now they're basically everything that.
Yeah, I remember cell phones were in cars at one point.
Yeah.
Like in the early 90s.
Yeah. I mean, right now, both me and you, our cell phones each have more computing power than Apollo 13 had.
That's crazy.
Yes. I mean, could you imagine what they could do with that technology back then with Apollo 13 and stuff?
I mean, honestly, I think it honestly seems like unless we're being fooled in our country, but it seems like China and Japan are way far advanced than us.
They are. They truly are. Well, I think because they implement it. And, it might be easier to implement a lot of the stuff because they're smaller countries as far as size. And plus, we have the different states, so no one's on the same page and everything. But no, they're years ahead of us as far as some of the technology and aspects and things.
Yeah, I saw something that they launched the rocket the other day and blew up.
Blew up 85 seconds in.
Yeah.
And they also had one not too long before that. They tried to launch it and blew up right after liftoff.
I think probably we're more advanced on that aspect of it.
Elon Musk is more advanced.
I mean, there was a space thing before Elon Musk.
Well, yeah, but you also got to think he's revolutionized it by making it reusable. Yeah. That was our biggest problem with the shuttle program. That's why it failed in a way, because it was too damn expensive. Now he's making it to where the booster in the rocket can be, or the booster in the ship can be caught on these beautiful ass chopsticks reused and resent in hopefully within hours.
Yeah, that's. I always think about like. Did you ever watch the show The Young Sheldon?
Yes.
That scene where Elon Musk is reading his ideas.
I love that one. And I mean, he's an interesting character. You know, love him or hate him, he's very interesting.
Yeah.
I mean, come on, he created PayPal.
Oh, really? I didn't know that.
That's where he got his start. It was PayPal.
I did not know that.
Go look at his history. You might be amazed because now he did PayPal, and I don't remember if he got bought out, pushed out, something. He's done obviously Tesla. He's got the Boring Company, which creates these huge tunnels underground. I think LA and different places have that going already. He's got Starship going. He's got Starlink. I mean, he's got so much.
There has to he has to have a team that.
Oh yeah,
yeah. I can't see him doing everything by himself.
Well, no, I mean look at how big SpaceX is. I mean, just because I've watched SpaceX grow since they first tried to launch their little corn silo looking thing. And it's amazing to see the progression and the milestones and everything that's come through. But no, I mean, he is a genius, but you can't do it all on your own. He's got another team of geniuses. They hire a lot of really smart people down there.
He made a funny comment once that he was so happy that he never invented that, those self-driving like Ubers.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, he's like, he was so happy that he never invented that.
Well, one of his first main fundraising ideas was a flamethrower. And what he would do is basically like taking a paintball gun, attaching a propane bottle to it, and letting it be on flame. Problem is, you couldn't sell those in America. So what he did, he said, he labeled them as not a flamethrower, because you can't call it a flamethrower. He sold them, I don't remember what the price was, but it sold out in hours. He made basically a couple million just off that little idea.
Wow.
I mean, he's got a lot of interesting ideas out there.
Yeah. I mean, he, again, like you said, he revolutionized the world.
But he's also one of the richest man in the world and lives in not a mansion. He doesn't drive fancy cars and shit. He lives very squalorly.
You know, I always tell my friends or my wife that it's like, I don't understand why people buy like 20, 30,000 square foot houses. Like, what are you going to do with that?
Yeah. I mean, I want a bigger house because we only have 720 square feet.
Mm-hmm.
That's not much with 4 kids, 2 adults, 2 dogs. And I don't want a huge mansion. I'd be bored. You'd have rooms that are just empty.
Yeah. Like even my house, like we bought our house in the perfect timing in 2019. It's like 3,600 square feet with 2 people and dogs. But we bought it because at the time we had this mentality of we're still fresh 3 years from Los Angeles. And I'm like, I could buy this house for $350,000. Why not?
Mm-hmm.
But now like all these years later, it's like, I don't want a 2-story house anymore. I never go upstairs and I want a single story. I'll be fine with 2,500 square feet. And even on a single story, that's big.
2,500 square feet would be great. I think my thing is as long as my house is big enough I love cooking. I want a good kitchen. My kitchen's so small. I have to have a second bathroom. I'm tired of having to share a bathroom with 5 other people and it's chaotic. But more of my I want land. I want to be able to build a bigger podcast studio and enjoy my hobbies and everything. So that's where most of my ideas are.
Well, my next goal is not to be in an HOA.
Oh, fuck that, man. I would never live in one.
It's horrible. It literally is horrible.
All I hear is horror stories when it comes to those 3 letters.
I have a hearing with them next week because of exterior paint that I wanted to do. And then I told them that whole don't poke the bear until you're ready. Like I'm about to file a no confidence vote on them. Like they don't let you live how you want to. But then it's lesson learned next time.
I mean, I understand the point of an HOA. I hate it. I mean, if you really want that environment, go for it. But I want the ability to do whatever the hell I want on my property. I want to do whatever the hell I want with my house. if I want to paint my house black, I'm going to paint my house black.
Yeah. It's, people don't realize that there's another thing called LOA, Landowners Association, where the homeowners of the whole community are in line with each other. There's no board, there's no management company. And that's what where we'll be going to in Willis in about 5 years. This place called Republic Grand Ranch. And it's just everybody keeping each other accountable.
Yeah.
Front yard is nice and clean and stuff like that. But you could build your house however you want.
Yeah, I mean, and I would love to be a part of a community or a neighborhood that actually is like that, that modernized one where like you guys can get along and get together for barbecues when you want to on big holidays. But if it's not a holiday and you're not invited over, leave me the hell alone. I don't want to talk to my neighbors. I don't want to interact with you. I want my time.
Yeah, it's one of my biggest frustration is like we pay this annual fee for the HOA, and they're supposed to, one thing is like the landscaping companies for the roads and the trash companies. Dude, they like our HOA fee increased, but the quality of what people don't realize, like especially motorcyclists, right? Grass is like ice to us, and this company just doesn't even blow it away. And I've seen a couple of people drop on those things.
Oh yeah, because I mean, especially if you get that wet grass, you're screwed.
Yeah,
I mean, and that's what. Whenever I'm driving around and you see people mow their lawn, you're like, man, you don't have a motorcyclist in your family because it's just all into the road. And I mean, I don't always make it perfect, but I usually try to get it into the ditch or something, so it's just not in the road. But then you get neighbors and people up the street that just don't care either. So
yeah, right on. I mean, we just covered a lot of bases. But I think my final word is, if I could help out anybody, whether if it's entrepreneurship, insurance, I'll give you the best advice that I can. But treat everybody with kindness, man. When you treat someone with kindness, it comes back to you.
And you don't know if that one kind act you do can make or break their day. Because I mean, they could be having a shitty day and just being nice.
Yeah, there's a difference between, like, if you're driving on the road, there's a difference between giving a thumbs up and a middle finger, right? If you give a thumbs up, you're going to get a thumbs up back. It's, like how we touch base, help out the community as much as you can, whether it's a veteran organization, cancer, whatever it is, stop letting the government change society.
And quit thinking that it's a popularity contest with your neighbors and shit, too. Do what you want, donate who do you want, and help who you want, but just be a good person overall.
Yeah, you don't know what a person is going through, but the mental health is skyrocketed the past, decade.
It's insane.
Yeah.
Well, on that note, first off, thank you for everything. Thank you for coming on. Thank you for all that you do for Paul and Michelle and over there at Give Us Pause. Again, they're awesome people.
Awesome.
Great people, great organization of support. As I tell everybody, if you ever want to come back on, I always need content. I always love the conversation. So, just hit me up, especially next year when you guys are doing the gala and fundraising and stuff. And
yep. So. Yeah, we like I told you outside, we're working on this gala for them. Hopefully, we'll make it happen, and it's a big success for them.
Definitely, be awesome. All right, boss, let's get you out of here.
We're still